See, once we pull the trigger, it'll come out a whole lot faster. It's not the powder effect anymore because I loosened the tip, so now it's just coming out full force.
One of the things I'd like to reiterate, whether it's electrostatic, whether it's an HPLP, whether it's an airless, whether it's a conventional gun, 99% of the problem is it's not clean.
Right.
So the better you...
That unit is one of the examples.
The more you clean it, the better your equipment's going to work for you the next morning. You got to figure if you put $5,000 out for a piece of equipment and you go to use it, you got to spend 45 minutes cleaning it out before you start in the morning. You're not going to be too happy. So when you end of the job, you finish it, you clean it out properly, and it's going to work for you the next morning.
Gentlemen, this guy, freshman, this guy's from MAB on Bullnor Pike.
Sherwin-Williams, MAB.
The MAB up by Home Depot, though, not the Sherwin-Williams store down further. In the back underneath there, they have a spray center. He's the top dog down there.
I handle nothing but spray equipment. I don't sell paint. I just sell spray equipment. That's all I do. I've been with MAB Sherwin-Williams since 1972. What's that?
You beat me by 3 years.
I'm 35 full this year. It's, if I remember correctly, you got 33 feet of hose. Okay, the most you can do is what, double it?
Yeah, you can go to 100.
But
you'd have to buy connectors.
But you got to remember, even when you're out of this machine, you got 50, you got 100 foot on there. Put it out in the hallway. Or put it outside and run the hoses in. You know, keep it away. You got to remember, if you're airless spraying, you got fans and all, and the motors and stuff that are spinning. You get overspray, it's going to be, the overspray is going to be drawn in from the fan. So what happens, eventually it's going to build up on there, build up on there, build up there. Eventually you'll have problems somewhere down the line. So you keep your airless sprayer, or any kind of sprayer, away from where you're spraying. If, you know, you can put motor hoses on there if you got any problem.
Separate lines.
I don't know how you guys mess up that line circuit like that.
I haven't had it in this year. It's going pretty good.
No, yeah, I see it.
It's going pretty good.
I had Tony Leonard. You know Tony Leonard?
Naphtha's fine. We cut it with naphtha. Naphtha, so let's use naphtha.
Next year, gentlemen, I'm going to talk about thinners. Nap is a strong thinner, MEK is a strong thinner, xylene. Nap, it doesn't have the smell as a xylene, and then the other one I just said. Tell them, Jimmy, hold it. That's what, this is the lesson I tell them.
About what, pour it?
Yeah, if it's a full gown, gentlemen, look what he did.
If you pour it like this, it won't drip on you. If you pour it like this, it'll end up dripping all the way down.
On a full gown, that is. Okay.
Well, it's not showing it there, but a full gown, it'll drip down and get all over your arms and your legs. Whenever you pour a gallon here, not up top, boom.
That's what we teach you.
Hey, well, you know, listen,
that's what
I learned something.
I won't charge any extra for that little tidbit.
That's good. I like that.
That's what we teach you. That's one of our other tips. You think painting's just...
He's doing? He poured the naphtha in there, and so now he's cleaning around on the inside, getting all that nice and clean.
What's nice is when you're spraying electrostatic with electrostatic systems, the stuff has a lot of solvent in it, and it's a breeze to clean out. It's because it's already thinned enough. So you just use a little bit of solvent, you wipe it out with a rag, and then you flush it through, and you're done. You don't have to. Not like latex where you got a latex pump. You got to keep flushing with 5 gallon a year. We're using about a quart of thinner to flush it out. That's it.
What about the gun? Is there anything to clean on the gun?
Yeah,
we'll flush the gun out. Yeah. But that's all you need is that little bit to clean out.
Would you still run paint thinner through it, or?
I would leave the naphtha in there. If I put MEK in there, yeah, I'd put paint thinner in there. I don't like to leave hot solvent in there like that.
But naphtha.
Because see, MEK.
Tell these guys about what MEK and the tie does.
Well, MEK attacks rubber, and it'll swell the rubber O-rings and stuff like that. That's why I try to stay away from MEK. But when we bring equipment into the shop, my guys clean the parts off with MEK because it acts like a paint remover. Plus, Brian puts MEK in his coffee. I swear. But that's my main mechanic. But we flush a lot of the pumps out with MEK, but we never leave MEK in it because with airless sprayers and stuff, you got leather and rubber O-rings and stuff. And what happens is it attacks the leather and the rubber. Once it dries out, it becomes brittle. Your packers get premature wear. Your O-rings swell up, and if you take something apart, you take an O-ring off that's already swelled up, it'll never go back to where it is. So you got to replace the O-rings. That's why I try to avoid MEK if you can.
Well, if you have to clean out your lines, run paint thinner through it, gentlemen. That's
right.
You didn't get to that part.
Any airless sprayer, I never recommend leaving water in with an airless sprayer because you get metal, you get water, you're going to get rust. Okay, but it's not always advantageous for somebody to flush it out with thinner and the next morning have to flush out with water to start over again. So guys just leave water in it all the time. And then that's why I make the big bucks, because they bring the machines to me because I got to fix them. But and you're not going to be using it until the spring. When you flush it through with thinner and leave thinner in it.
You guys will be learning about this later on.
You'll see I have a bucket. When I tear this down, I'll put the air cap and head inside some clean solvents, and I'll just let it sit there, and I'll cover it, and I'll let it sit there overnight. That way, if anything does harden up, it's going to loosen it, and it'll break down, and it'll shoot out through. I usually like to take an air compressor to it after. That way, if there's any kind of paint chips or anything in there, I can blow them out, and that way it doesn't clog the tips.
If you do, is it all right if I take it and one hour or one in? Yeah. We got to go in and walk this one in. Well, they have it stock. They got to ship it today, so. All right. Yeah, that's fine. The air coat one, Chuck.
Still got to clean out your unit.
Yeah, it's clean.
You sure? You working? Jimmy, did you clean out Zebby's unit?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. What's nice is you can still have a little black color into it, but it's thinner. It's mostly 99.9% thinner in there. It's just a little bit of the black is just a little bit of residue. Okay.
Always make sure your pressure
Thank you very
is
much.
all the way
Right.
off before doing this. If you don't pull your pressure off, it's going to go to its weakest point, and chances are it's going to flash right in your face. So the first thing I did, I made sure it was in prime mode and there was no pressure. That way this doesn't come flying into your eyes and blind you. So I'm just going to take this off now. I'm going to set it in my solvent, and I'll let it sit there until the next job that I go to. At the end of the day, we have one more demo to do, and at the end of the day, I'll make sure I'll blast it out. And see, this is probably from this morning, this little flake. And what will happen is that will end up going somewhere. It'll try to go through the tip, and it'll just break off. It'll probably clog the tip, and it'll cause an adverse reaction on how your unit sprays. Just these little flakes. And we clean it pretty well, but this little stuff right here will ruin your day. And that's just, this is where it'll all go.
Yeah, they need it for tomorrow. I need to order one in today. Because they need a new one by Wednesday. Okay?